It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and the focus of this one is on Odell Beckham Jr. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Panthers and the Jets. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out, their signal caller, now at his fourth season in the NFL.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Purdy going to the air right away. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Given 40 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Trying to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Well, following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Purdy. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 15 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense, means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it again. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 18 carries, 74 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
You talk about this Jets defense. Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Panthers hit 12-1 now to start play. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence. And you need that in order to go all the way.
First downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Fancy footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Hey, 73.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Phil King.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Browning. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
To throw, Browning. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd down, here's Purdy to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Purdy. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Browning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. picked by Julian Love. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Browner got a man. It's Darren Waller. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Browning. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the car.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake. Browning. He completes it to Becker. He slips across the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Tenth carry now for Elliott, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, Browning. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Browning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Back to throw. Browning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Purdy to throw it on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running right, it's Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good, he was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
On 2nd and 10, Browning. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Browning. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. It got his man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Now Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. Off play action. Browning. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. Darren Waller, touchdown, Carolina. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. Down to about the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Browning able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A 2-yard gain on the play. It is 3rd down.
Here's Purdy. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That's good for Panthers. 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On 1st down, it's Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shoves him aside. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a... And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just 1 but 2.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but